Once Was a Game keyword was because the game was so bad that the studio who made it was wiped from the face of this earth. The game is none other than the one and only Big Rigs Over the Road Racing, and for those lucky few who don't know this game, Big Rigs Over the Road Racing was a racing game made by Stellar Stone, released in 2003, and a ton of people reviewed it, including my king Moist Critical, and he said,
"What the fuck is going on with the grass? It looks like anal seepage popping up. That's unbelievable.
I'm going to remake it, and this time it'll actually be good." First, I gotta make a project in Unreal Engine 5 because it's really good and it has Lumen. And I like C++ more than C#, let's be honest. In the original Big Rigs, the main mechanic of the game is being able to drive while literally defying the laws of physics. Like, look at this. How are you able to just climb up a hill like that? But since the original game had it, I have to have it too. But before we do that, I gotta deal with normal driving first. For normal driving, I decided not to go with physics-based vehicles because, let's be honest, we're not gonna need them anyways. I did the old tried and true method of moving the car forward and backward based on your inputs and acceleration curves. Another mechanic in almost all driving games, at least the good ones, is drifting. And for those who don't know it, like, how do you not know it? It's basically where your car starts to oversteer and makes turning a bit easier, giving the car a little slippery feel. So in my game, while you're drifting, your speed is slowly reduced until it hits 0, and you get a buff to turning, making it easier to turn. And I added this sick drifting effect that I quite literally stole from my Ludum game last year. And I'd say check out that game because it's pretty fun, but it's also kind of booty. So while I was looking up how to make the car stick on the roof like Sonic, I found Javier, who's this excellent programmer who made this Unreal Engine plugin. After messing around with Javier's code, which was literally setting one value to true, it worked. Thanks, Javier. With all the main driving mechanics done, I got the pleasure of building a new truck model. It took me a long time because I'm not an artist, I'm a programmer, but I think this truck turned out kinda good. It has a good exterior, a bed to rest on, and 2 touchscreens so you can watch your favorite Twitch streamers.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Next up is building a map. And I could build a beautiful open world map with trees over the horizon, but that is too much work. And I created an island with sand everywhere. But at least it looks good, Just look at this map. It looks so good driving around, and look at this water. It looks so hyper realistic, right? But we're missing one thing. We're missing checkpoints. And it's pretty simple to add. So on the top left of your screen is your checkpoint number. Once we enter a checkpoint, we turn that number up. And once you hit the final checkpoint, you're finished the level. I also added a timer at the top right of your screen so you can see how fast you've actually driven the map. Please get this game to speedrun.com. Now most of the game is done. All I need now is sound effects, and here's how I did them. I first went online and found an audio clip of a truck engine just running, and I imported it into my game. Then I did some calculations so whenever the player drives forward or backwards, the pitch of the truck would increase. This gives the feeling the truck is hauling something. Gives it some oomph. Now you get to meet the cast of Big Rigs 2. This is the main guy, his name is Rigo. He's the basic truck of the game, and he's the jack of all trades. Then there's Rigo's little brother, Skinoyo, who is quite literally a skinnier version of Rigo, and he's really good at turning, but absolutely ass at everything else. And finally, there's Fascion. He sucks at everything. Turning, acceleration, ease of use, but he's good at one thing, and that's going really fast. While I was working on the main menu screen, I wanted to feel like you were playing the sequel. So I took a screenshot of the original game's main menu and I added some blur so I can add my own title and buttons. It actually turned out better than I expected. The last aspect of the game I had to add was music. I quite literally went on my phone, opened up GarageBand, and messed around for a few hours to make this banger soundtrack. While most of the game was done, all I had left was polishing and making sure the game came together. I made sure to add another map, which is a green hill zone type map, and I added the Super Smash Bros. Countdown when the game starts, like how they did it in Mario Kart. Hopefully Nintendo doesn't sue me. I also added a pause menu so you could walk away and do other things. It's not like you're going to be doing anything else. And that's it. I packaged my game, and while creating my itch.io page, itch.io wouldn't let me upload my game because the file size exceeded 1 gigabyte. Like, what do you expect? A masterpiece like Big Rigs 2 needs more than 1 gigabyte. So I emailed the CEO, Leaf Corcoran, who gave me special treatment because I know him personally. Me and him go way back. If you like racing games, or you like really jank games, you should give this game a try. It's really good, trust me. And if you guys like it, maybe I'll revisit it with some new cars and maybe multiplayer support. But source code, the game, and if you want to try all my other games, all in the description. Have fun.